Hey guys, welcome back. One of the last videos that I did was talking about Blue Mountain Beach, and I drove past this community called Village, and some of you guys hit me up and you were curious about it, and I just so happened to have a friend who has a property in here. He's currently got it on a short-term rental. He might consider selling it, so I asked him if we could just go ahead and tour it and also show you guys the neighborhood itself and some of the amenities, and he was like, yeah, sure, let's give it a go. So we're going to go check it out today. I'm going to do a little bit of a driving tour just so you can see all the amenities that are close by, just what the proximity is to both the beach and, shopping, things of that nature. I know I drove by it a little bit before, but I just want to refresh your memory. As always, I'm AJ BEDDOUK, your local real estate agent here on 30A. If you have any questions about any of the properties that I show you or the area in general, all of my contact information is down below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ding the bell so that you get notified every time I do another video. Let's go check it out. All right, so this is 30A. I'm just gonna wait for some traffic to come by. It's Sunday morning, so not a ton of traffic in the area. It's also a little bit kind of gray out. Not the greatest of weather, but a little bit better than just the rain that we've been having. All right, so you can see the sign up there for the Village. There are two entrances. This is the main entrance that, your tenants and such would use if you short-term rent the property out. You'll notice you've got Mimos and some other commercial items back in here. It is a gated community, which I absolutely love. All right, give me just a second. I'll show you guys the back entrance as well whenever we leave. This way you can see, just the other access point. It's not a huge neighborhood, but it's got some stuff. So you've got overflow parking over this way, and you've got a sign here that just helps for you to know where everything is. You can go ahead and check out this parking over here just so you can see it. It is quite a large area, so the reason that I think this is so important to see is because a lot of times short-term renters, are worried about, are they and all of their family and all of their vehicles going to be able to fit conveniently in the property that they're staying at. So knowing that you have quite a bit of parking over here is going to be super beneficial to anyone that is looking to short-term rent the property out. This is also a very, very beautiful area if you were wanting to make this a second home or even a primary residence. We just tend to see a lot more second home and short-term rentals here on 30A, so that's why a lot of times that's what I'm going to be talking about. We've got the pool over here. I'll step out later and show it to you. You're not going to be able to see it super well from my phone while I'm driving. We're in Blue Mountain Beach, so remember this is going to be, the highest elevation out here. And we're coming up a bit of a hill right now. It's not huge, but it's a bit of an elevation change, so keep that in mind whenever you're looking at this specific property. It's in a pretty great location. And it's at the end of the cul-de-sac, which is also nice. And here we are. All right, here we have the view from the outside. All right. Notice this herringbone brick. This is kind of specific to Andy's builds. He loves adding some brick accents, so you'll always see, you know, some kind of brick accent in his properties. It's kind of a nice touch. He's always kind of on like the cutting edge of colors and such, so we've been seeing this bluish type color with gold accents, and then of course black hardware. All of this is very in. Andy is definitely one of those builders that keeps up with what's going on in, you know, the building arena. So he's always on the up and up with trends. And look at all of the storage. One of the things about 30A is that there isn't always a ton of space. So one of the things that Wilson Enterprises does is make that space very usable. Look at this. You've got both seating and storage under here. Even though this house isn't huge, it feels big. It feels very comfortable and not cramped. So you've got a very open floor plan here with all of your main living areas down here on the first floor. It's a 2-story house. All of the decorations will come with it. Maybe some of the artwork will leave. We're not really sure yet. That's if the property sells at all. He might keep it. Look at this. Something else that you'll see specific to Andy's properties are artwork by Debbie Perkins. She's a local artist here. Her company is Dream in Color, and oh my gosh, her artwork is just beautiful. You have a half bath down here on the first floor. Tall ceilings throughout, tons of natural light. This is a brand new build. He just finished this, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 months ago. One of the things I always love about Andy's work is that it's just better than, I don't know, it's my favorite. It always looks so perfect. Like everything, every detail has been so thought out. I never see anything that I would want to change, which is strange. So we had that half bath downstairs. We have 2 bathrooms up here. You've got a bunk room here and a solid size closet. You've got that nickel gap throughout. Look at this beautiful light fixture. I'm telling you guys, like, look at this detail. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. I've never seen this before. And these ladders are so sturdy. Like, I'm just always so impressed. I always see something new in his builds. It always impresses me. You've got the laundry upstairs, which is great because this is where all your 3 bedrooms are. Tons of storage, like I said. And this is your master. The master does have its own balcony. And the master bath. Again, the same color scheme throughout. I don't want to open it up and move the towel, but look how massive this shower is. In the last bedroom. And look at these blinds. So Andy is always doing everything just to the best. So I don't think I've ever seen plastic blinds in any of his homes. I've never seen anything that's even mediocre in quality in any of his properties. Some of the things that I really like about Wilson Enterprises builds is not just the aesthetic beauty of the builds, but also the actual quality. Like I was saying, none of the products that he uses are mediocre and standard. The workers that he uses them all the time. He knows, their work ethic and their capabilities versus their shortcomings. So he's very particular about who he will and won't work with. He also uses 2x6s instead of 2x4s throughout his properties. There are just so many very specific touches that he incorporates in every single one of his builds. I've seen so many of them, and usually as soon as they hit the market, they're gone, like that. It doesn't matter what the neighboring properties are doing, his properties go very, very quickly because they set the standard in new builds anywhere he builds. All right, now that we've finished touring the inside of this property, let's go check out the amenities that I promised you guys. In case you were worried that there's no outdoor space, this is 30A, so not a lot of yard here, but check this out. I don't know if you can tell in the video, but this is a bit of a grade here. So this property has like zero potential of flooding. I can't say guaranteed, but like really, it's just not going to happen. You've got some beautiful furniture set up out here, so you can just kind of relax out back as well. Okay, right over here, I don't know how well we can see it, is the back gate. We are just now leaving the driveway of the property. So we're just going to come up here. It is a very short walk to get to the pool, and I believe there's a shuffleboard set up over here. Just straight ahead of us is the entrance where we came in at, just so you can get your bearings. And there are small branch off roads, but the neighborhood itself is, you just have this one street going straight through and a couple branch off roads that have some properties on them. So you've got these properties up here, and then just right over here we've got the pool access, and you've got some parking right here as well. It's not necessarily meant for vehicles. I guess we can. You can use your golf cart right over there, but I didn't really feel comfortable putting my car there. I feel like it would damage the grass, and I really don't want to do that. So we'll just come over here to the overflow parking and just park close and walk up over there. Obviously, if you were walking, you wouldn't, need to come all the way over here. But if you wanted to drive and park over here to access the pool, then this is where you're going to want to be. All right, so we're currently parked at, the beach, or not beach, but pool access, and we're gonna head over this way. I'm thinking of beach because that's what I'm gonna show you next. I brought you in through the main entrance, and I'm gonna take you out through the rear entrance. Both of these are going to be gated. If you have short-term tenants, then they're going to have to use that front gate because that's where the keypad is, but they'll be able to walk out this back gate. They won't, however, be able to enter through the back gate with a vehicle because there isn't a keypad there. All right, so you can see you've got sidewalk all the way. Keeps everybody safe, keeps people off the road so you're not so worried about it when you're driving. You got slow speed limits throughout. And you can always tell where you're going to have a pedestrian crossing because they continue that cobblestone across the road. So it's a very nice reminder and indicator without being, you know, like loud and obnoxious. So you have this walk up. You're able to enter on foot. You can see just to the right of the gate. So your tenants or you know, can walk in or out. And that's going to be important here in just a second. I'll show you why. Your mailboxes are right over here. Now this is County Highway 83 right here that we're on. So to the north, this is going to take you to 98. But for now, we are going to head south because I want to show you guys how close we are to the beach. It would be a little bit of a hike, I think, to walk to the beach from the area, but it's not impossible, and especially if you don't want to deal with the parking situation, because there's never a ton of parking really at any beach on 38 during peak season. You know, right now you probably get a parking spot. We'll see if I can get a parking spot right now. But you know, it is a doable distance, especially if you have one of those beach cards. So just so you know. And then of course you've got the creamery right over here. It closes for the winter season, so we're not going to go get, oh, it says they're open. Maybe they're actually open this time. I'm still not going to go and get any ice cream because I didn't go to the gym for 3 days this week. So yeah, last thing I need is ice cream today. Straight ahead, we've got our beach access. Got a little bit of parking right here on the side of the road to the right. This is going to be specific to those properties that were on the right though, so I don't know that you necessarily want to try parking there for the beach. I don't know what the chances are of being towed. I like this access because you do have solid amount of parking compared to other locations. On this side you've got some compact cars parking and then some handicap spots, and then you've got quite a bit right here. Each one of the locations are going to have a spot for surf and rescue. Here we go, there it is, you can see it, surf rescue parking. So make sure you don't park in these. This is in case of emergencies. You do always have a dog waste station for the most part, because here in Walton County we do allow the dogs to be on the beach, but you have to have a permit, and those permits don't get transferred over to your short-term tenants. Otherwise you lose your permit and you get a fine. I just wanted to show you guys, you know, the bathroom facilities. They're always super nice. I specifically didn't put my fuzzy mic on because I want you to hear the waves. So if you can't hear me very well, I apologize, but at least you can hear what I'm hearing. It's a little rough out today. It's still beautiful. Always notice when you see these red flags, that's going to tell you not to get into the water. It's important to pay attention to these flags because they're going to give you an indication of what's going on with the water that day. If you're not familiar with Florida beaches, we have pretty much standard flags throughout. I can put a link down below so that you know what to expect when you see these flags at different beach accesses, so you know what you're getting into. Because sometimes it's like, hey, there's a ton of jellyfish out here and life's gonna suck for a little while if you go swimming in this. You really want to know that before you plan your whole day around going to the beach. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you had any questions about that property I showed you specifically, or any questions about the village here in Blue Mountain Beach, all of my contact information is again on the screen, and I'm happy to help you guys out with any questions that you might have. I will see you guys at the next one. Bye.